Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be building a PC, a budget PC in quotations, in preparations for Wuthering Waves. That's right. In this build we'll be featuring the 12600KF, the ASRock B760 Pro micro ATX board with a Wi-Fi module, and the Team Group T-Force Vulcan Z 32 gigs DDR4 3200 mega transfers and CL16 at that, all for the price of $230. That's gonna be hard to beat. Of course, this deal is only available if you live close to a micro center. If you're not, you can look on the description down below and see if I have provided some alternatives, which is, this deal is going to be really hard to beat. And the alternatives will not be one-to-one in terms of performance, but close enough, I'd say. The GPU we'll be using today is the Asus 4060 Dual OC in white. Got this for an open box at $272, I think. Didn't really necessarily need a white graphics card, but it was the only one that they had when I visited the store. And this is where that budget and quotation marks come to play. It's because I was trying to find a card that was current gen and as cheap as possible. You could also go for the RX 7600 by AMD. However, I chose the green side this time around because Wuthering Waves is going to be featuring some NVIDIA only features, like I think from the settings that I saw, frame insertion, aka frame generation, as well as DLSS, and most likely it's the third version. The game is also going to have FSR. I haven't played beta because they won't give me keys to test the game out. Sorry, they will never give me keys because I am too low. I am too unimportant. But if you want to find a good current gen low tier GPU deal, you can check Best Buy. Sometimes they have like a 4060 down to $256 or something like that. That's close to the RX 7600 price. And if you're trying to decide which one you should get, I would say you should get the 4060 because it has more features and all that stuff that AI, something like that. The case we'll be using today is the Sama IM01 Pro Micro ATX Mini Tower case, and it's mesh all around. It does not fit the camera frame because this lens is primed and zoomed in. Really nice case. Might be a spoiler, but it was nice to build in. Things were removable when needed, and when you open the box, you get greeted by a plastic container with stuff that you require, like screws and zip ties for cable management. You also get a bag to carry the case around if you want to play in a local environment, also known as LAN. I myself used the bag recently to carry 6 rolls of Bounty paper towel. Now for the other stuff on this list, it's gonna be alternatives, or rather the stuff that was laying around, because I'm not sure if I've said it before, but this video ain't sponsored by nobody but me, I suppose. The CPU cooler is going to be way better than the AG620 I have. It's the Thermalright Phantom Spirit 120. One of the best coolers at its price point. The SSD, the Solidim P41 Plus 2TB, is also pretty decent at its price point. Prices of SSD has gone way up since then, after the surge of the price just going down. That's funny, right? Surge and then going down. Anyways, finally, the power supply. I'm not sure where this is rated on a tier list, but I have here the MSI Mag A650 Bronze 650 watt. The one I'm using in this build is the 850 P6 from EVGA. It's a platinum power supply. Gotta be overkill, but what can I say? It was the spare that I had lying around. You can go for a 750 watt if you're planning to upgrade your graphics card or even your CPU. I'm sure the 13700K would be a good upgrade. maybe the 14th gen too. Not really that big of a jump from the 13th gen. Those CPUs are definitely going to last you longer than you would expect. This case can carry up to 350mm GPUs, so 4090s, future 5090s if you really want to. Next, we're going to have everyone's favorite segment, the benchmarks. But before we do, everyone's favorite competition, Genshin Impact. Remember, this game is on Unity, while Wuthering is going to be on Unreal Engine 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. Average 132. A lot of people benchmark this at like 1.0, when you can push your GPU further and make the models look better at 1.5. Look at that GPU usage though, and that's with an undervolt. Grand Theft Auto Online, one of the CPU-bound games, and a lot of people test it on single player, which is like, it will definitely use your resources properly, but this one, it depends highly on CPU. The more players there is, the laggier it is. If you've played an MMO before, you know what happens. This is on Impulse 99, a 5M server. A lot more people, like a maximum of 500, I think. Currently, you're seeing a ton of people on screen, therefore laggier. And if you put in a graphics mod, probably even lower. Fortnite, everyone's favorite collab game. I don't know with everyone, but God, I love this toga skin. And I hate the weapons meta right now. 160 on my custom settings. Playing this on my tiny mouse pad, so I'm missing a lot. The X12 Low if you're fairly competitive. The X12 Low is going to have better 0.1% lows, because if you do DX11, it's going to jump a lot. Capping your frames also help, I think. Pal World. Who don't want no pals around them? Average 100. Really depends if you fight, it'll drop lower. But right now, this is a busy town. 100 FPS. Sweet. Finally got RTSS to work here. Thanks Battlefield for whitelisting it on your programs. 112 and medium. Medium's probably the best. No point in going higher. Lower is gonna like look like trash. Lastly, I think Company of Heroes 3. Just gotta put in an RTS game here. Another CPU-bound game. We are definitely, I think, bottlenecked by DDR4 RAM. That's what I think. This is just a classic spam, like 40 units and then attack the enemy base when they're still building up a base. This is against AI, so I'm just cheating against bots, I guess. And there you have it. A pleasant machine on 1080p, might be pushing it a bit at 1440p unless you're playing cinematic games at 60 FPS. But this is a Wuthering Waves PC focused build. Getting a 6750 XT 6700 or a refurbished 3080 3070 or a 6800 for maybe $70 more might get you further on bigger resolutions. I almost forgot, I did add some undervolts like a negative 0.1 volt on the CPU, while there's a bit of an undervolt on the GPU that makes it not use 100 watts. So really power efficient machine. Definitely can feed this in a 650 watt power supply. And we're going to get a bit further and deeper with these kind of configurations on Wednesday when the game comes out. Trust me, we are going to be testing that game like there's no tomorrow. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. As always, have a nice day, good one. Stay safe out there. Oh, by the way, if you hate Epic Game Store, you can just leave out of here, but if you're planning to whale in this game, not that I'm endorsing, hashtag Epic Partner, my code is Kohilen, and if you whale in the Epic Game Store, you get some cash back, and you're supporting me as well. So more projects in the future. Thumbs up. Smiley face. Yeah.